Welcome to 70D's College Interview Series, where we ask real college students the questions that you've always wanted to ask. Make sure to check out the full interview series, link in description.
So that actually transitions me kind of into this next section of our interview. We'll be talking more about how coronavirus has really affected your experience at school. So first, I wanted to ask you to now think back to right when NYU like evicted you guys and like you guys all had to go home. New York was kind of in the epicenter of everything, and so I wanted to ask you, how were online classes for you? How was it different from in person? How did your professors adjust to being online? And was it a good experience or a bad experience?
I would say at first it was kind of a bad experience just because I feel like there's a learning curve for everyone to be able to use like a new platform such as Zoom. But pretty quickly, like once that semester was done, I ended up personally taking summer classes. So through the summer, like you could tell that the professors are getting more and more comfortable using Zoom and also like finding different virtual resources. And now that I'm back on campus, I still only have like 1.5 classes in person out of 4. And now I feel like professors are a lot better with using Zoom, and it's very efficient. And honestly, it feels very normal. Like it feels like I'm still in class. They're finding ways to make us get engaged again and like start participating even in huge lecture classes with 200 people. There's ways to participate, especially since it's virtual. So it's been so at first it was very difficult, but I think like the school transitioned well, like, but it did take some time.
Gotcha. And so what do you miss the most about normal college life? Think back to your freshman, sophomore year where you were able to hang out with people and stuff like that. Is it that your social life has changed the most? Is it your academic life? Stuff like that. What do you think has been the biggest difference?
I think it's definitely, I'm gonna have to go with social life for this one, just because I think academic life wise, I still get the same resources. Like there's still the amazing tutoring centers that we have, and we still have our professors, and now we have extended office hours because professors want to be more available to us. So that's been really nice. And if anything, I feel like I'm starting to to know my professors more personally, even in a huge lecture class, which has been a gift from all of this. So that's why I would say social life. Social life wise, I personally I live on campus even now as a junior. And so I've been living on campus for 3 years. And so the biggest difference is number one, like I don't have roommates this year. And so it's like just that idea that like we can't go visit anybody else, obviously for safety reasons. And the common areas are all shut down. So that used to be a huge like congregating site for students to like meet each other and like get to know each other. And like even while you were doing homework, like you could socialize with like different people. And so like that's what I miss the most out of all of this.
Right, that makes sense. And hopefully it goes back to normal soon. So I wanted to ask, I've seen NYU in the news a little bit recently. There's been some things about, the quarantine meals that you guys have been receiving. And then also now recently, Andrew Cuomo's out here talking about, NYU students at Washington Park. And so I wanted to ask you, how has it been being a student involved in all of this? If you can give some details, like an insider look onto what it really is like to be at NYU dealing with, kind of students breaking social distancing or the university not being very good at responding to everything.
So actually with all of like, especially with like the rave, which is probably what everyone has heard of because it was on national news. But with that whole thing, the university actually is currently going through an investigation. So they're trying to crack down on like students that were breaking the rules, and they've been really strict with the rules. So every single time that they can confirm that a student broke the rule, they actually are suspending students currently. And they even recently sent us this kind of funny but serious threatening text about how 20 students have been suspended and we don't want to be the next ones. And so getting that was really interesting, but also the university is taking it seriously. But a lot of it for the students is just like having faith that like good luck is on our side, and um, we're able to like stay here. And we have ongoing testing now, so we actually get tested once a week. So if we're on campus, we have like a take at home test. So I've so far in the 4 weeks I've been here have been tested 3 times. Thank God, all negative. So it's been nice to have like a constant checkup on like also like the people you have in your classes and things like that. And they have contact tracing in place and things like that. As for the quarantine meals, I am a personal victim of the quarantine meals. They ended up having to like just give us like some Grubhub credit, and they were like, you know what, just take care of it yourself. So the turnaround, they definitely listened to us. They were very quick on responding to these things, especially since everything went viral on TikTok, and like even for the rave on the internet, and Andrew Cuomo even picked up on it. So the university has been getting a lot of outside pressure that's been helping them keep everyone in check.
Right, right. I would say TikTok was a big savior in that situation, which is great.